Ken Ochonogo. I tell you, the heat is on. I want to go. No, he won't go. It is the transfer season, and of course, that is the height of it all. Luis Suarez at the enigma. Luis Suarez, the player's player that would have been if not for the biting incident. Luis Suarez, the man who last season scored 30 good goals for Liverpool in 44 appearances. Luis Suarez, the man who was accused of being a racist and then was banned for so many matches. Luis Suarez, the man even after biting was also, suspended, and his club said, "We are by you." But the guy said, "I am 26 years old now. I have an agreement with you. Why don't you meet that particular agreement? If we, myself and yourself, Liverpool, fail to qualify for the Champions League, and then a certain amount, which is 40 million, if there is a bid of over 40 million pounds, I should be informed." Now, Liverpool said, "Yes, it is for your information and for our own action. Our valuation of your current value is actually more than 40 million." He has put in a transfer request. He said, "I want to leave, and I'm not being unfair to you." But Liverpool said, "We stood by you in all your troubled times." Is Luis Suarez fair to Liverpool? Or is the club unfair to the player if he says, "Let me go"? That is the issue on the ground. Tested gladiators they are. Tried and tested. And that is why today, I bet you, we shall do justice to this particular topic. I want to start with the man on blue. Of course, he's from a red side, but today he's on blue. Jimmy Ogolano.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to talk about Luis Suarez. A lot of people love to talk about him in negative terms and in positive terms, depending on how they view him. A lot of people will say he's a vampire, but I would rather look at the positive side. It's preposterous for anyone to say at this point in time that Liverpool should want to hold on to him, because this is a player that's given his all. We all know his antecedents, for club and country. This is someone that has scored in several matches. He scored in 44 matches. He scored 30. I mean, this is a player, a fantastic player. He's one of the best strikers in the world. Actually, one of the best players in the world. When you look at all he's done for club, for country, you don't want a situation whereby a player says he's disgruntled at this club right about now, he's not happy at the club, and you now say you want to hold on to him. The buyout clause is clear. The contract is clear. Why should Liverpool, a club with tradition, a club that has got its own fantastic philosophy, now renege on a properly documented contract? In Nigerian crime, we say we don't respect contracts. But this is the club in the EPL. They are refusing to accept the terms and conditions, because every contract has got its conditions, has got its terms, obligations between the employer and the employees. So what are we talking about? This is a pipe dream that they should expect that he would stay. It's a pipe dream.
It is a pipe dream that you expect that Suarez is going to stay. I mean, you believe this player the club has done enough for him?
Why not? They have done enough for Suarez.
Yes.
In fact, when you look at what Liverpool has done for him in recent times and even in the past, it shows very clearly that Liverpool is a club that are really stood by this man. Let me give a scenario in this intro before I even go deeper. In the case of the same scenario that started while he was with Ajax, in 2010, he was found in the same biting incidents of PSV Otman Bakla, and Ajax suspended him for 2 games and fined him for an undisclosed amount. But in the same thing with Liverpool, in all the troubles, when he first started with Patrice Evra, how do I put it now?
They stood by him.
They stood by him. That's just the bottom line. They stood by him. Then again, when it came to the issue of Brasile Ivanovic, it was the same thing. They stood by him. Now, when you talk about contract, in this because 2 people are involved in a contract. And when you look at the conditions of the contract, there is a clause, no doubt about that. But at the same time, the club has the prerogative, the power, most time, to make decision on certain issues. We saw it over time in the case of this Arsenal player before he eventually left for Barcelona. Success Fabregas. Yes, we saw it. He was supposed to leave about 2 seasons ahead. They kept giving him series of conditions. They met this, they met that. These are some of the things, but in the long run, Liverpool is a club that has stood by Suarez, and Suarez is like an ingrate, and that is what is making Liverpool to be very, very angry with him. That after doing all this for you, when he came to England, at a point he said all he said he wanted, they gave him. I wanted jersey number 7, they gave him. I wanted this, they gave him. I wanted that, they gave him. Now we're talking about going for Champions League. Is it not part of the problem that they did not qualify?
Okay,
it's part of the problem.
Okay, but I want to ask you this. You say he's part of the problem.
Yes, exactly.
Why do you say he's part of the problem? Why don't you think that the guy has a right? If he wants to leave, the club shall allow him to go.
Everybody has the right, the rights.
Sunji,
because when you look at everything that has happened,
I allowed you to
talk. It was his right. Because it is true. Yes.
But the reason why I allowed you to talk is so that you expose your ignorance about this issue.
Good.
And it's very simple.
Very good.
You seem to have forgotten the fact that what we have these days is player power.
Player power.
Basically, player power. Are you disputing that? The players now determine what is happening. The agents, the players' agents, they have become so greedy.
Let me give you instances.
Because of their own hedonistic
because I am ready. I'm fully ready for you.
Sunji, you are not ready.
Let me give you
instances. You don't even know where you are going to start from. Let me
give
put
you
it to you that when Liverpool actually bought Luis Suarez,
I'll give you time.
They knew of his antecedents when he beat Otman Bakar. So what are you talking about?
Okay.
They know the moral baggage it comes with. What are you talking about?
Okay.
And Arsenal is already aware of the moral baggage it comes with. So if Arsenal were not going to contend with that, they will not be ready to pay that much.
Are you done?
And the issue is this. What is the transfer fee that Arsenal has ever executed? In all of the history of the club. And now they have upped the ante.
The asking price is
John W. Henry is saying that he's asking what they are smoking at the end.
Can I ask you this? In his intro, he said this man did the same biting incident in Ajax. He was fined by the club.
Exactly.
He did it in Liverpool. They stood by him.
Exactly.
This same man, also part of the racist thing that he did against Patrice Evra.
Exactly.
The club stood by him.
Exactly.
And he's asking that if this guy had not been suspended in those times, don't you think that he would have helped Liverpool to qualify for the Champions League?
Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. That's exactly why I said the need
how do you want to look at it?
Let me ask you this question before I go on.
Okay.
Now, Arsenal already knows that it's going to serve a 6-match ban whenever he's brought into the fold. And you now ask yourself, at the end of the day, if Arsenal does not qualify for Champions League, would you now be making that excuse that because he did not play the first 6 matches? No, he did his part. And everybody acknowledged the fact that he did his part.
What was his statement right
if you look at the statistics,
he wanted
to
go outside of England.
Look,
that was what he said.
Let me
but this time around,
they
are going against Arsenal.
All right,
can we go in?
Yes. I want us to answer the issues here.
Okay.
That when he had the bad incident after, then he said himself and the family were being harassed even in the
streets of
Liverpool.
Okay.
That he wants to leave England because of that.
Okay.
But now he's not asking to leave England. He wants to go to another English club.
Because that is where the suitor is coming from. And the truth is this. The suitor is Arsenal.
Are you now speaking from both sides of the mouth?
No. See, let's not get
it's something we have to look at very critically.
Don't debase this.
Look at it very critically and objectively.
What I'm saying is
you
very simple.
As a normal human being, you look at it, you put all into somebody or a player or whichever way you look at it. You've invested everything into him.
What did you invest?
You invest your money.
Did you not give back to Liverpool?
You invest your money.
Did you not give back to Liverpool?
You invest your money.
All of
do you think it is easy to go to part with money?
Highest shirt selling player. What are you talking about?
What about all of that?
That is merchandise for them. What are you talking about?
They took him out of when he was even having problem.
You know what that
over there.
What did you say?
They took him down to England.
Scoring 30 goals.
And they made him.
What did you call scoring 30 goals?
What are you talking about? Please, I don't want to.
So I ask you.
Okay.
Here is the player they bought for 22.7 million pounds.
Yes.
Now, selling for 40 million, they would have made a profit.
Exactly.
Jimmy here said, here is a player who is the 5th highest selling shirt in England, which means they would have made a lot of money from merchandising. And here is the same player that they put a clause that they will inform him if there is a bid of over 40 million.
We know
that £1 is enough.
See,
It is.
We know
it was comical. Everybody